Here we go. Where do I have to go? Yeah, I do have to go past these guys.
Are you deaf?
I am somewhat deaf. Trying to stun everyone so I can get some free bites. Right, so there's one. How did that happen? Oh, bite him. There we go. I do like a good bite. There. Done. Dealt with. So that was me axe. Let me put the big billy club back on. That one. We'll try this. This has the benefit that you can block attacks as well. Although I'm not sure that it's worthwhile. Because it might just drain your stamina. I'm not too sure. You still think that Mark should give Bloodborne or the Souls games a try? Well, you know, they're supposed to be... Souls in particular are supposed to be fantastic games, so maybe I should. Can I sneak in here? Yep. Some doorman. Just smoothly glide right past. Have I ever played Mafia 2? That's a great game with a great story. I haven't played any of the Mafia games. There was one came out a couple of years ago, wasn't there? Hey, Eloin, did I eat them all by myself? I did. I ate all of Whitechapel. There was two brothers that started it off. I think they were in West End, actually.
So Priwen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Good. Yeah, there's two NPCs that were giving me the most awkward, vague answers to my questions. They wanted help leaving the city, or they were talking about leaving the city. They didn't want to tell me why. They had a good reason for leaving the city. They weren't really sure if they could put it into words. And everything I asked, it was like, oh, you'd have to ask my brother. Oh, I don't know if I can really talk about that. And I just lost my temper and ate them all. And then ate the rest of the district as well. Door wasn't even locked. I know, cringe. Things are moving up in the world. What I would really like, above all these flipping vampire skills, is a lock-picking ability. That would be more helpful than half the lock-picking things in the... half the vampire skills in the game, I suspect. Do I need to kill him? Can I sneak up on him? I bet he turns around at the last minute, look. No. Bite him. And his friends are coming in. Yeah, that's the best use. I love that. That is. And see, he attacks me even out of his flipping stunned, knackered state. Bash! Clump. I do like a bit of stun. Have I been shot? He goes down. I like this club. There's no finesse with it. It shouldn't be doing this much damage, I feel. But anyway, I'm not going to complain. What's this? McCullum's report. This is a big read. I just finished reading Doris Fletcher's journal, as painful and dreadful as it was. My God, the woman planned to see everyone in London afflicted by inflicting all who would come to her next play. It helped me understand greatly what is going on. Doris Fletcher's real name was Doris Jones. She was a daughter of some Harriet Jones. Oh, right, she was a daughter of Harriet Jones, who has been treated as a patient for a long time in the Pembroke Hospital. She clearly hated her mother, but used her fame and notoriety. Struggling with words today. English is coming hard today. We got fame and notoriety to see her while visiting the poor and sick in the East End. I don't know exactly what happened then, but this is how her mother infected her before returning to the theatre. And how she turned into that monstrosity that the leech known as Jonathan Reid finally defeated. The presence of that vampire in the same hospital where Harriet Jones was treated can't be a coincidence. I'm convinced he is deeply involved with the vampire plague going on in London right now. I'm also convinced Swansea is his accomplice, and that those two are planning something more terrifying than anything the Guard has ever faced. Maybe I should take some time to read the old books and manuscripts the Guard still possess to get some answers. It may prove useful. In the meantime, I'd better send some patrols to investigate what is occurring. What's occurring at the Pembroke Hospital? It took me 2 days to pass through the dusty registers and books we keep in the vault. God, I hate losing time like this. The search did prove fruitful for once. I found 2 pages that could be related to our present situation in a copy of William Marshall's memoirs. I took them with me to read more carefully. This creature Marshall says he fought in 1666, this disaster that aimed to destroy London, it's very similar to what happened with Doris Fletcher. Disease, infection, hate of the living, a desire to see the city ransacked. I have no doubt now that the bloody old leech of William Marshall is behind all this, and he is back. This could be our greatest accomplishment, if the Guard could at least find and destroy that old bastard. I believe what Marshall did in 1666 is exactly what Reid is now trying to do. 1666, was that the Great Plague of London? Or was that 65? I thought that was 65. Then there was a Great Fire of London, which was the year after. I might be wrong with my dates, though. You'll know, chat. I'm sure you'll know. Let's have a look. It's exactly what Reid now trying to do. Did the creature, this disaster, escape their will? Is it why Marshall destroyed him in 1666? And Reid did the same with Doris Fletcher before she became such a creature? I don't know, but those two are clearly working together, and Swansea is helping them. I will immediately give orders to have him arrested and interrogated. As for Reid, I'll destroy that evil beast myself, and then we'll deal with William Marshall and this disaster thing. Pruin will prevail once more. Oh, that didn't work out quite so well. For those who didn't see the last stream, I turned this McCullum fella into a vampire. And then we left, so I don't know how that's going to progress the story. Hey, Green Tea, nice to see you back. Finishing the game today? I'm going to hope so, if it doesn't take too long and if I don't melt in the process, because it is pretty hot in here. So, yeah, that's the plan. Alan Wynn says, by the way, will the tanks get into PvE mode? Looks like a version of tower defense game where you have to defeat harder and harder enemies. Well, War Thunder's had it for ages. Armed Warfare had it for a long time. World of Tanks tried it and failed with it a long time ago. So we shall see. It was a Great Fire in 66, was it? I wonder if they're going to try and say the Great Fire was started by a great hunt to get rid of some evil vampire. Because they use fire to kill people like me, so maybe.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd maybe just... We need one of those investigation boards in my office. You know, like detectives have all the evidence and witnesses pinned on. Because I'm having a job piecing the story together, to be quite honest. It is not terribly clear where things are going, in my opinion. I'm not sure... Oh, okay, yeah, we haven't found Swansea yet. He's got to be lurking around somewhere, hasn't he? What's next in this? Well, Dr. Swansea's been kidnapped, and he's been implicated in this vampire plague that's afflicting London. As am I. And I'm a victim of it all. Smack! Oh, I could have bitten him then. Okay, I'm starting to like this club. I can see me upgrading this fully. Oh, did you mean what next as in what game next?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
If you meant what game next, and as soon as I finish this, it's back to The Witcher 3 to play the Blood and Wine DLC. Hi, I'm loving this club. It's great against these lower level targets. Smacky time. A little bit slow. I'll have to be more careful with placing my shots, I think. Looks like we're going upstairs. Smashes everyone to bits. I'm the victim here. Well, I'm not the sort of victim to take things lying down.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
One of them vermin, you say? Where? Show me this vermin. Anything to loot? Keep hearing noises. This has got to be worth a fair bit of XP when I do. What's... Oh yeah, blood all over the walls. Nice touch. Nothing in there. I guess I'm working my way back up to the top. Which is where we originally came into this place when we first got to the theatre. Haven't I finished Witcher already? I finished the main game. And I finished the Hearts of Stone expansion, which was awesome. And then I thought that was a good place to take a break and then play something different while I've got this on Game Pass, which I'm going to cancel. The Microsoft Game Pass is bollocks, by the way. There's Metro Exodus is maybe the only game on there worth it, and I couldn't stream that because it crashes whenever you try and record it. So, yeah, cancel the Game Pass, and then I'll get back to finish Witcher Blood and Wine, which could be quite a big one. I'm looking forward to it too. New Doris Fletcher's diary. Soon I'll be on the stage again, for my rehearsals are almost over. My minions are gathered around me, ready to follow my every command. Soon my audience will return, ready to applaud my art. The young, the gorgeous, my healthy audience. They'll return to their families, their beautiful houses, and happy lives, delighted by my performance, shocked by my disguise, touched by my grace, my infectious legacy. They'll spread the disease one by one, and they'll turn, and I'll be their beloved queen again, and they'll never forget me, and I shall have my revenge on the dirty trick fate played on me. So, we know who was going to spread the contagion. It's this Doris Fletcher. She's dead. Oh, she's dead. She was a hard fight, but she's dead. The question is, who turned her into a vampire? Because it sounds like somebody else did, and she wants revenge on the world for that happening. Now, is this going to take me...
It's locked.
Okay. There's no escape out there. Am I still? Yeah. I'm in the right place. And after we finished Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, I'll have to resist the temptation to start a new Witcher playthrough all over again, because it is that good. I'll be playing after that. There's Frostpunk to play, which also looks good. That's quite a cool little RTS game with a bit of story. Have I been around here? Oh, I could have... All right. Look, that clock says 20 to 4 as well. So the big clocks all say 20 to 4, and the little, like, carriage clock things all say 8:30. Yeah, well done, team. Well done, developers. See, you've put a lot of thought and effort into these things. I suppose it would be quite tricky to have every clock in the game showing the correct time. That would require quite a bit of effort. It's probably why a lot of games developers just don't model clocks and things in their games. Because pedantic assholes like me point out their mistakes. Oh, World of Warcraft Classic next month. Do you know, I would go back to that. I would be tempted. Because I preferred Classic and Vanilla far more than anything else. But I'll never forget, that's where I got my cyst in my wrist from. Which now is a lot better using a vertical mouse. But I am not going back to a game that caused it. It's not the game's fault. It's the mouse I was using at the time. And the way I was playing it. But... yeah, I'm not going back there. Interesting if my wife got exactly the same thing. Same wrist, same mouse, same game, same time. So, yes, it's probably best we avoid that. It did look good, though. I watched a little bit of it on Twitch when people were streaming the tests for it and stuff.
I cannot enter.
And it just brought back a lot of happy memories because I had so much fun playing that. Okay, we're definitely in the right area now. Oh, big chest.
Sir, no civilians allowed.
No civilians allowed? Okay, I'll just leave then. Smack, 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 smack. Who needs vampire abilities when you've got a club with a nail bashed through it? It's given me lots and lots of ammunition, so I suspect there's a really hard fight coming up here. Yeah, here we go. Dr. Swansea, he's level 6. I think I'm going to eat him. And depends on what the story plays out in here, because this isn't going to go like I expect. I know it isn't. If I have to eat him, then I have to make sure I heal everyone in the hospital, because I don't want the hospital going to hell.
Locked, all right.
Oh, come on. That was the way through, surely.
It's locked, all right.
Well, that's locked too. William Marshall's memoirs. This must be... We're getting into the end game. We have to be. Have to be. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul's stole... the The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol. Choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Deus Astro, the eater of stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Her. Swansea and Lady Ashbury, in honest? Could. I don't trust Lady Ashbury. I don't think there's the budding romance there that the game is suggesting, and I really don't trust her now. Let's read on. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord! It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It is the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I am ready to endure this excruciating pain. So, we need pure essence of garlic, blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. Blood of the purest heart. Now, that's going to be a tricky thing to find, I suspect. I don't know anyone who's pure of heart in this.
Garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand.
No, neither do I. This looks important.
This is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
King Arthur's blood. He did. McCullum did drink that stuff. Okay, now we can go in here. We're moving towards something important here. We have to be.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Don't believe it.
Jonathan, is it really you?
I like the way they took his glasses off to smash his face in and then put them back on him.
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Where am I going to find a virgin in London in this scenario? It's a good suggestion, but I don't know where I'm going to find one.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
He looks rather well for all that.
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Geoffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
No, but I was curious.
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
He's hiding something. I think he's hiding something because I don't believe him. And I'm going to go with this. You reckon I could find some orphans, some virgin orphans? That is a dark, dark story that I hope we don't have to explore.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Did he? I didn't pick that up.
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
There's nothing wrong with him. I think this is all for show, because unless the game developers are exceptionally lazy, he should have had his glasses smashed. And unless the thugs very thoughtfully took his glasses off to beat him about the face before putting them back on, this doesn't add up. But maybe I am looking too much into this.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
Yeah, that wasn't by accident either. He wanted me in that hospital.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Yep.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
But he wasn't. There was an older, dark power. There was also... The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole should have some intelligence on him, because they made this agreement with him.
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
I really don't trust this guy. I think we should eat him. I might be totally wrong.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Why don't I believe him? Why don't I believe him? Have I played Nier Automata or Ni no Kuni 2? I've not played either. I think I might have watched Carnage play Ni no Kuni 2. He was definitely talking about it. I can't remember. I watched a little bit of Nier Automata and I didn't much like the look of it. It didn't seem like my sort of thing. But then a lot of things I thought out my sort of thing turned out to be my sort of thing when I actually tried them and played them. Like The Witcher, for example.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
I don't believe
Her
you.
real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Harriet Jones was in there in the hospital. She was the old woman, and she got murdered horrifically in there. There's a lot of things do sort of track back to this guy.
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes, the terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter.
I don't remember
full
that.
of hatred and festering anger.
Is that what actually happened? I don't remember her faking her own death. I thought she was genuinely murdered. And I don't remember finding her in the sewers. Harriet Jones was the old gossip, right? I don't remember that. Has the game jumped a step ahead? Has it taken a different course from the course of events that I experienced? I genuinely thought she was murdered horribly in that bed. And we weren't sure. Well, we knew about Sean Hampton being what he was, but I don't remember that. Harriet Jones MP. Who's that? Harriet Jones MP. The reference. Is that from Yes Minister or something? Harriet Jones MP. I don't think I get that. The game story's got me confused. I might be wrong.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
He's avoiding eye contact, which makes him look very suspicious. Give me a hint, David Tennant. David Tennant? Was it a Doctor Who episode or something?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theatre. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Oh, he's trying to tell me this is just a coincidence. No. It's not. The thing is, if I get this wrong and eat him, and he's not behind all this, then we're probably not going to get a great outcome to this game. It was a Doctor Who episode. She was a recurring character, started as an MP, became PM, and reformed Torchwood Initiative. Oh, okay. No, I've never watched much Doctor Who, I've got to say. Not since I was a kid, when it had Tom Baker and the next guy who came after him that I can't remember.
Come on, Edgar.
Was it Christopher?
Don't you see
Someone or
the
other?
pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
This is no coincidence.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
She knew.
what?
Ah,
I tested
okay.
the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my
You
research.
used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
I don't look well.
How dare you judge me? Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
We are both deceivers. But at least I know I'm a monster.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
There were 2 doctors after Tom Baker, then he got cancelled, rebooted in 2005 with Christopher Eccleston. Yeah, wasn't him I'm thinking of. I might have got the guy's name wrong. He also played a part of a young vet in All Creatures Great and Small, and I can't think what else he's been in. He has like fairish coloured hair, and I can't think of his name. Which is really annoying. And then after that, there was Sylvester McCoy or something his name was, and I think was it after that he got cancelled. But yeah, it's going back a bit. It is. I can turn him. I sacrifice 3,000 XP. You're not going to die. I make him an immortal. Ooh. He's going to die anyway. If I leave him. So I either make him an immortal. But he's messed this. Oh, to hell with this. I'm eating him. He's worth 6,000 XP.
Yes, your death is imminent, Dr. Swansea. But I swear it will be quick.
I already told you to call me Edgar. Am I no longer your friend?
He's about to die.
I believe you never
It's just
have been,
recycling.
sir.
It's just
You have
recycling.
lied to me at every step and betrayed the trust of a woman I cherish.
You and the lady? Really? Why, I should have seen it coming, I suppose.
It's all a plan. It's all a plot.
May I add that I welcome this? The biting, I mean.
You have your wish.
Is it going to hurt? I always wondered if it...
Guess that's a yes. 6,000 XP. I'm not passing up on that. Was that a mistake? Ooh, we don't know.